guys away from Revolution here at Geneva Watch Days. It's my last day, but so I saved the best for last. I'm here with my friend Volsi from Trilobe. How are you?
Very good,
Yeah?
thank you. Very excited to be here.
Yes, we were just discussing actually, like we didn't expect that Geneva Watch Days to be as intense as it's been.
Yeah, absolutely. For us, it's a big surprise, and it's a very friendly, casual. People are extremely happy, so it's a perfect environment to introduce even better the brand.
Absolutely, and I think you're saying you were surprised that so many people wanted to come and visit you because, of course, you presented during Geneva during Watches and Wonders.
Yes.
But I think the nice thing about Geneva Watch Days is it's a totally open fair. Right?
Exactly, and we had a lot of people. It's been a fantastic week for us.
Amazing. So we have right in front of us, I guess, the entire history of Trilobe up until now, right?
Absolutely.
So maybe you can just walk us through it as well, because what I loved about it, looking at Full Journée, when I look at that watch now, I understand the watches that you came out with even better, right?
Definitely. We basically introduced the brand with the first collection, Limatino. The founding ambition was really to come with something at the same time extremely innovative, with a good craftsmanship for fair value. And what we are doing is we are just inverting the way we look at the time for the past 7 centuries by putting the time in motion. So instead of having dial fixed and hands rotating, we have here the times in movement.
Right.
Our signature is actually time liberated because time is free to move. And because also you might take half a second more to read time on our watches, but that's the point, true luxury is definitely to take your time, bring back some poetry in your relationship to time. So this is our first collection, Limatino, the mornings, equipped with our eccentric caliber. Entirely designed by Gauthier as well, the founder.
It's a beautiful movement.
Beautiful movement, automatic movement with micro rotor. So the brand is French, for those who doesn't know yet, but we manufacture everything in Switzerland. So we have a mix of two fantastic words, and the creativity from Gauthier and the French side, and the excellence in terms of manufacturing in Switzerland.
Fantastic. So let's go from there to the next model in the story of Trilobe.
The next model that we introduced was the Fantastic Night, Nuit Fantastique, that you can see here. It's basically same concept, same complication, same movement, with a totally different look and feel. Mm-hmm. More unstructured, with something very empty on one side and a lot of tiny and beautiful details around the second and the minute. And we introduced this collection a few months ago now already. And then we came with this secret edition. Why secret? Because we said my soul has its secrets and my watch has its story.
Right.
Why? Because you will give us a special moment of your life.
Right.
We don't need to know what it means to you. We just need to get a date, a time, and a location.
Wow.
We take a picture of the sky at that specific moment.
I love that.
And we engrave into the watch. So each watch becomes a very emotional, very intimate and personalized watch.
Fantastic.
That's our secret edition. And finally, during Watches and Wonders this March, we introduce our latest collection, Une folle journée, which means a crazy day. It's basically, again, same complication, same caliber, same movement, except that we exploded in a 3-dimensional this complication, and you have now the 3 rotating rings, hours, minute, and second, floating into this giant sapphire bubble, so which gives some kind of a flying saucer effect.
I have to say, when I saw this watch, I was lucky enough to visit you in Paris last year, and you showed me some designs of this. And then when I saw the watch in the flesh at Watches and Wonders, I have to say it's one of the best things I've ever seen. It's absolutely spectacular. And to take this whole, way of displaying time, which is emotional and expressive, and to kind of bring it into the third dimension, in this beautiful architectural and actually very wearable watch as well, because the size is perfect.
Absolutely.
It's phenomenal, And so tell me about the reaction of this watch once you, because I remember when I went to your booth several times in the Carré d'Horloger, and I loved that I saw Mr. Metzger showing watches to the press, to potential retailers and so on, and the energy in that booth was fantastic, right? Were you overwhelmed by the...
We were overwhelmed, even though we now try to keep our head really fresh,
right.
Keep it cool. But the response has been extremely positive. In somehow, what is impressive is that we managed to show that with one complication, with one concept, we can actually develop a full collection, exploring different ways and different style, and I think we create some kind of surprises with this latest collection in Folle Journée.
So good. Oh my God, dude. Look good on the wrist. What's the diameter of the watch?
40.5.
It's so, I mean, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect.
It's a little bit spectacular, extravagant, yet very easily wearable.
Yes, agreed. And so I guess the question I have now is also, I'm fairly certain that for the number of watches that you're manufacturing, you probably have maybe 100 times the number of people that would like to buy one. How are you dealing with this overwhelming demand?
That's a very good question. It's important. What is important for us is we have a long-term vision.
Right.
So we are not going to be able to honor everything, because we want to make sure that we develop the brand in a stable and with a steady growth.
Right.
So we are now developing the distribution internationally, trying to partner with the best people.
Yes.
And people, most importantly, that are passionate about the brand,
Yes.
and that share the same values as ours. And yes, this is, I mean, the brand is in a major transition.
Mm-hmm.
We launched the brand 4 years ago. We had the chance to be invited to Watches and Wonders, which make a big difference. We had an excellent support from media, from the institution, and it's time for us to continue our run, but in a stable and a beautiful way.
The watch is amazing. Honestly, it's amazing. And congratulations! So you made it now into as a finalist for the Grand Prix in 2 categories.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, well, yes, it's a big surprise from this morning, but we are delighted, and we'll see what's coming next. Thank you so much, Ray. See you in November.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.